Hello again. We are here at Atlantic Health Systems, Atlantic Sports Health, with Adam Kahn, PA, and Danielle Palestina, athletic trainer. And we're going to talk about the difference between your routine yearly physical and your sports physical, specifically high school physical and or college athlete physical, professional physical. Can you elaborate a little bit, Adam, on the difference of some of these?
Sure. So everybody knows your annual physical and what that entails, right? You go to either your pediatrician or your primary care doctor to get it done, and that's very important. In no way does a PPE, what we call it, a pre-participation exam or sports physical, take place of the annual physical, right? The annual physical takes a look at all of your medical issues, your family history, different workups, right? Your general well-being, as opposed to our sports physical that we offer here at Atlantic Sports Health really focuses more on your musculoskeletal orthopedic issues, as well as your cardiac and pulmonary issues and anything you have, so that we as subspecialists are able to focus on those issues and kind of overview what's already been done in your annual physical, but really get down to make sure that you can participate in sports safely.
Sure.
And that's the goal.
Yeah. And is an EKG automatically performed?
Yeah, so it's a great question. It's a very, it's a topic that there's a lot of controversy around, right? Some people think I need an EKG. You need to make sure that everything's going on correctly with my heart. But the truth is it's not always indicated, right? So we'll take a full history. We'll do a physical exam. We'll take your family history and see if it's indicated. And if it is, we can provide the EKG in the office and we could take a look at it and see if there's a reason you need to be referred to either see a sports cardiologist or need further testing. The reason why you kind of take all that information first instead of just doing it routinely is really because there's a lot of false positives that can be found on the EKG, a lot of added costs, a lot of stress to the family, where all of a sudden now you think something's going on with the athlete, right? And it's not always indicated or necessary. So here at Atlantic Sports Health, we obviously are well qualified to perform those tasks, but we want to make sure that we're doing everything as medically indicated, not just doing it because we want to do it.
Right. Very, very interesting. How about the difference between, the athletic high school physical, college, professional athlete, right? What's the differences that we dive into those?
So the main difference is our resources available. So in our high school settings, we try to be as cost effective as possible. So we will only do extra testing if it's indicated for those athletes. Whereas at the college level, we have a few different factors to consider. What level college are we talking about? Who's their governing body? And then what resources they have available at the college level. And then lastly, the professionals, obviously there's unlimited resources. So we can take advantage of all different screening methods and screen anything that we really think is necessary and go a little bit above and beyond.
Excellent. And what information is helpful for an athlete to bring to the physical?
Sure. Parents and athletes will call, and sometimes they come, and it's important for them to remember that this is active. This is a sports physical, so you should be in comfortable clothing. Everybody forgets their glasses and contacts. I'm not sure why. Remember to bring those. We do a vision exam. Also, if you've seen a specialist before, if you've seen a cardiologist, definitely bring those specialty notes so that our providers can review them and make sure that they have the full health picture of the athlete that's sitting in front of them. And then lastly, different, like we mentioned before, different levels of athletes need different papers filled out or special forms. So definitely bring everything that the school, your team, or your program requires you to have complete so that when you walk out, you are good to go and ready to start playing.
Absolutely. And I'm sure, impact testing, right? Where does that fit in for a concussion protocol with physicals?
Yeah, so obviously different sports require different requirements and different schools also, right? But here at Atlantic Sports Health, we can provide baseline workup for concussion, right? And that includes impact testing, as well as a balance or sway exam, as well as a symptom score. And just like, and you bring up a great point, all of those tools are great to use, but none of them are as effective if you don't know what someone's baseline is, right? So then post-concussion, you have something to compare to. Whereas it's very difficult to do an assessment if your first time testing them is post an event, right?
Sure.
So those are things that you can definitely add and inquire within the sports physical, right? That's not going to be offered at your normal medical home.
Yep.
And a great resource to have, and we can provide that service.
And I'm such a big proponent for all of our athletes to get a sports physical, because you can do these baseline testing, you can do advanced testing for an athlete no matter what sport you're playing. I believe it's important with just the potential for head injuries and riding a bike. You just don't know when you might get injured, and to have that baseline, to have these other tests in place to go and get a sports physical is really so important. And I know you guys do such a great job. My kids have their physicals here, and we go over that, and it's incredible information to have. Very important.
Sure, absolutely, and you're right. And not only on a concussion level, but for all baseline assessment, right? And
yes,
like Danielle was talking about, to wear athletic clothing, to come in for us to do a full orthopedic assessment, to see that there might be an abnormality or something going on, where we can refer them to Parisi Speed School to get some speed training or some agility work, right? So that we kind of get ahead of the curve, where we're proactive instead of reactive to what might be going on with that athlete before they start their season.
That's great. Well, I can't thank you guys enough. So informative. I know our viewers will take this information and be able to make better decisions, right? And hopefully take advantage of the sports physical here at Atlantic Sports Health. Thanks so much, guys.
Great. Thanks, Bill.